15 comments and you can't even get time to just reply to those 15. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Chelsea Wambui. Most people call me Foy. I am a fashion content creator on Instagram and recently joined TikTok as well. And we're finally on YouTube. Let me tell you guys, I have always wanted to have a YouTube channel since I was like 18 years old. And I just kept procrastinating, waiting for things to be perfect. But then 2022, I said, this is my year. This is my year. Anyway, here we are with a YouTube channel and this is my first video. So as you can see from the title, this is going to be a video about how to grow your Instagram page in 2022, and the tips that I have honestly will apply whether you want to become a content creator and later on work with brands, or you're growing your page to advertise your own personal business, or you're just doing it for fun. You know, you want to shake some booty and do your thing. Honestly, we don't judge. But before we get into the video, if you have not subscribed, please do, and also press the bell notification so that you can be notified every single time I post. I've actually taken down a few notes and we're just gonna dive right in. The first thing you want to think about is niche. What niche are you in? What niche are you gonna be posting content in? This is probably not the first time you've heard about niche, but I want you guys to actually understand why it's really important for you to be posting in a specific niche, especially on Instagram. When it comes to TikTok and YouTube, you can honestly expand your niche a lot more than Instagram would. But on Instagram, the tighter your niche is, the better. And especially as a beginner when no one knows about you, if you spread out your wings too much, one day you're posting fashion, the next day you're posting about cars, the next day gardening, and then the other time politics and global warming. Madam, we'll adjust and follow you because now you're confusing us. So it's really important for you to honestly just narrow down in one niche. And for you to identify your niche, I would probably say either do something that you're passionate about. For example, I am passionate about fashion. I've always been passionate about fashion. I was always that kid who would be super dressed up going to church with a mini skirt. My shushu would never allow, but but anyway, I've always been that babe, and for me it just went without saying that I wanted to focus on that. It would honestly just be a topic that you're very good at, a topic that really just comes very naturally to you, and you would have a constant flow of ideas. So once you have identified your niche, the next thing is equipment. So when it comes to Instagram, honestly, you do not need a camera. In fact, I wouldn't even advise you to get a camera, because that's like super professional look, unless you're like a professional photographer and that is what your page is about. That type of content doesn't really do that well on Instagram, to be honest. The content that does the best is really something that's just shot on your phone. I honestly do everything on my phone. I currently have the 12 Pro Max, which is actually what I'm filming on right now. But before my current phone, definitely it's a little more pricier. But before what I have now, I actually had an iPhone 7, and that's what I started with in 2020, because I started being a lot more consistent in 2020, and at that time I had an iPhone 7. And before the iPhone 7, I had an iPhone 6. And I still used to take pictures with that iPhone 6. Like this photo was taken on an iPhone 6, this one, iPhone 7, and this one, the 12 Pro Max. Definitely the more expensive the phone, definitely a lot better the quality would be, but don't let that be an excuse, because if I was able to get this photo on an iPhone 7, you have no excuse. You have no excuse with whatever phone you have. And also, it doesn't have to be an iPhone. Even a Samsung or whatever Android you have could still work, as long as you have enough storage and you're able to take good quality content. And the next thing on the equipment list that you need is a tripod. But honestly, this one comes further down in the line, because when I really started taking content creation seriously, I didn't have a tripod. I did not have a tripod. I didn't have a ring light. So I literally just used to stack things, because okay, let's say if I'm trying to take a picture like standing over there, I would put my phone over here, and then if I need to like get to a certain height, I would just stack things up, like maybe like stack a few books and then a few pillows up to the height that I want the phone to be, and then like lean the phone on something so that it doesn't fall, and then just take my pictures. And when it comes to taking the pictures, when I began, I didn't really know about apps like Lens Buddy and having a shutter remote. I remember the first time I heard about the shutter remote, I was just like, Who invented this thing that I have never heard of? And oh my god, I thought it was a secret. I actually thought no one knew about it, and I was just like, oh my god. Like, did you know that you can just take your own pictures, like just connect it with Bluetooth to your phone? I really thought I had discovered something that people hadn't discovered, but little did I know that people had actually been doing that for like years. I wish I knew about Lens Buddy when I started, because I was using a timer. You go, you take the photo, you run back, you do again. You pause, you go back again. It was just so bad. Lens Buddy is honestly like the best thing you can use, because you literally just choose how many photos you want and the intervals between them, and then that's it. You just pause. And actually, the advantage of Lens Buddy as well is you don't have to hide the shutter remote. I've always been a strong shutter remote girl until it failed me the last 2 times I was trying to take pictures. So I just switched to Lens Buddy, and honestly, now I think I'm just gonna be using Lens Buddy. Now let's get into the content. This is where the real deal is. Hold your ear. In 2022, if you're not doing reels, I don't know what to tell you. You might as well just click off this video. If you're not willing to do reels, just click off this video, because I don't know what else to tell you. Reels are the best way to grow your page in 2022. Because Instagram is trying to be like TikTok, and they're really pushing out the reels. I have seen it in my own experience, because in the beginning I really just wanted to stick to pictures. I've always loved taking pictures. It's always been a lot easier for me, and I was very reluctant to get into the videos until I did. And I was just like, oh my god, these videos are just getting views like this and a lot of engagement, more than my photos. Don't get me wrong, my photos still do get a lot of engagement. I get, for my pictures, I get about 10,000 to 17,000 likes. For the amount of followers I have, that is really good. In as much as I get that such a high engagement on my pictures, my reels do better. My reels do better, because the algorithm naturally just pushes out the reels. And honestly, if you think about it, for example, I had posted this picture, and on this picture you can see, okay, it's a nice outfit, it's a black outfit. You probably can't really tell if it's a dress or a top and a skirt or whatever, but then I actually did a reel breaking down the outfit, and the reel actually got a lot more engagement than the photo. Because on the reel, someone can actually tell, oh wait, so it was a top and a skirt, and then this coat, and this is how you tied it, and this is how you put it together. In fact, all the times, if I've had a week of just doing reels, I always notice my reach and my following just skyrockets. Another way to grow your Instagram page in 2022 is using the invite a collaborator feature. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Instagram recently introduced a feature called Invite a Collaborator. So technically, before you post a picture, there's going to be an option that says tag people, and then an option that says invite a collaborator. The reason why the Invite a Collaborator feature is really helpful is because that content is not only going to show up in your feed, but it's also going to show up in the other person's feed. So if I have collaborated with a certain content creator, my followers will see that content, and it will say Foy and blah 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 blah. And then also the person that I have collaborated with, their followers are also gonna see that content, and it will say blah 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 and Foy. Immediately you have doubled the amount of people who are seeing the content, which increases your chances for being seen by a lot more people and automatically getting a lot more followers. The next tip is consistency. Now, I know you're tired of hearing about consistency, but hear me out. You can't be tired of something that you're not practicing. Anything that you're trying to build, you're gonna have to be consistent. And when it comes to Instagram, there's a sweet spot. Don't post every single day, because if you post every single day, it's going to get very spammy. I mean, I remember like in 2018, 2019, when I'd watch videos like this about growing your page, and people would say, oh yeah, post every single day. In fact, post a few times every single day. Please don't do that. So the sweet spot when it comes to consistency is 2 to 3 times a week. So I would say if you're posting twice a week, make sure there's 1 reel and 1 picture post. If you're posting 3 times a week, I would most probably say 2 reels and 1 picture post. The next tip is learn to take your own content. How certain times you ask a stranger to take a picture of you, and then they take 2 bad ones and then you're just like, oh thanks, but they're all bad. But if you start taking your own content, you have control of how many times you can take the pictures or how long you can go, which actually increases your chance of you being consistent, because everything is really up to you. You filming the content, you editing the content is up to you. So you're not having to rely on someone else for them to do everything for you. Engage with your audience. Listen, let me tell you, you start creating content, you start feeling hot here, you've now gotten 1,000 followers and now you're not replying to comments. First of all, I even have a bone to chew with some of the content creators out here, because don't get me wrong, I know and I do understand it gets to a certain point you're not really able to reply to all the comments, but then some of the content creators, you're telling us, oh, please engage with my content, please comment, please share, please do this, and you don't even reply to one comment. We are there, we are commenting, you're doing what? You don't even reply. And then you get mad that suddenly your engagement is going down. You don't even reply to your comments. Surely you're getting 15 comments and you can't even get time to just reply to those 15. Honestly, if you get less than 30 comments, reply to all of them. You have no excuse, reply to all those comments. It's just 30. You can literally just sit down and just say thank you, thank you, thank you, love heart, thank you. Like literally just reply. Apart from your followers appreciating that you're engaging back with them, that's also really going to help with the algorithm, because Instagram is going to register this is a post that has a lot of engagement, so let me show it to a lot more people. If you're not engaging with your followers, then what are you doing? What are you trying to do? It's definitely very easy for you to get lost in the numbers and forget that those are actual people. But if you're looking to grow an engaged Instagram page, you're really gonna have to engage back with that audience. Engage back. If you guys want an in-depth video about increasing the engagement rate, please let me know, because I generally have managed to maintain a very, very high engagement rate. So I do know a thing or two about having a good engagement rate. So if you guys want that video, just let me know. Be yourself. Your feed does not have to look like the typical influencer feed. If you look at my feed, it's very colorful, very, there's yellow, pink, blue, green, whatever colors. It's not the typical Instagram, clean look, blah, blah, blah. It's really not, because I am not like that. In the beginning, I genuinely tried to be the typical influencer. I tried to edit my photos in a certain way. My best friend always reminds me of those doomed dark days. She hated how I edited my pictures because it was just so bad. Along the way, definitely, I just learned to embrace my own thing. I love color. I love wearing a lot of color. Take my photos and post them, and people like it. So you don't have to get stuck on, I want my feed to look like the typical influencer look. You don't have to do that. You're gonna have to be cringe for some time. When people start noticing, she's posting a lot more, she's being consistent, she's taking Instagram seriously. Yeah, those comments of, are you trying to be an influencer? Are you trying to be this? Are you trying to be a baddie? They're gonna be there. But listen, you're the only one who knows why you're doing what you're doing. It's gonna go. It's very, very temporary. And every single industry you're in, there's gonna be the cringe period of time. There's definitely gonna be the cringe period of time. I am currently in my cringe period of time on YouTube, and we're gonna get past it. Once that season of being cringe is over, and people now start supporting you and it becomes popular to support you, everyone is just gonna be like, oh my god, wow, and she just started with her phone, wow, like, oh my gosh. So that is it for this video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and share with someone, because honestly, I think this information is gonna be valuable to someone else apart from yourself. So please share, give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye. There's nobody